Hello everyone. As you know that we are discussing about the theories of leadership, and in our previous video lecture we have discussed the trait theory of leadership, and today we will discuss about the transformational theory of leadership. And the transformational leadership is a process that changes and transforms the individuals, and it's concerned with the values, with ethical standards and long-term goals. And it involves assessing the followers' motives, satisfying their needs, and treating them as full human beings. So, what a leader does while following the transformational theory of leadership, here the leader he works with team to identify the needed change and creates a vision to guide the change through inspiration and executes the change with the committed members of a group. So it inspires the people to achieve the unexpected, or we can say the remarkable results. So it not only inspires the people, but it also enhances the motivation and job performance of the followers through various ways. Being a role model for followers, the leader just tries to inspire the followers and makes them, interested in his leadership. So the transformational leader provides the challenge to the followers to a greater ownership of their work, and this way the leader understands the strengths and the weakness of the followers so that he can align the followers with tasks that enhance their performance. Basically, the concept of the transformational leadership was initially introduced by a leadership expert, James Byrne, in 1978. And according to him, the transformational leadership can only be seen when leaders and followers make each other to advance to a higher level of morality and motivation. So, through the strengths of their vision and personality, transformational leaders they are able to inspire the followers to change expectations, to change perceptions and motivations to work towards the common goals. And this theory is not based on like give and take relationship, but it's based on leaders' personality, it's based on leaders' ability and traits to make the change through example. Like articulation of an energizing vision and challenge goals, or we can say the transforming leaders, they are the role models who work towards the benefit of the team, organization, or we can say the whole community. So, it's an all encompassing approach that can be used to describe a wide range of leadership, from very specific attempts to influence the followers on one hand or one level to a very broad attempts to influence the whole organization and even entire culture. So, the transformational leaders, they are generally, they are energetic, they are passionate, and not only these leaders are concerned and involved in the process, but they are also focused on helping every member of the group to succeed as well. Now, there are some elements of the transformational leadership, and there are the four main elements that characterize the transformational leadership, and each element is connected because there is basis of respect, there is basis of encouragement and influence that is involved in the transformational leadership. So, as I told you that there are four elements of the transformational leadership. So, they are inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, idealized influence, and individualized consideration. So, these are called as the four I's of the transformational leadership, where inspirational motivation, where the leader, just tries to motivate and inspire his followers, and in intellectual stimulation, here the leader stimulates innovative and creativity among the followers. As far as the idealized influence is concerned, the leader behaves as a role model for the followers, and in individualized consideration, here the leaders they act as the coach, they act as the mentors for the leaders, for their followers. Now we'll discuss all these elements one by one, and first is our individualized consideration. Here the leader gives the personal attention to each follower's concerns and needs, and acts as a mentor or a coach to the follower. And the leader here, may constantly provide suggestions and advices to the followers to improve their performance. So he provides the spot. He provides, he keeps the communication open and places in the challenge before the followers. So it's very important that the leader here keeps the communication very open. So we can say that here the leader involves offering support and encouragement to the individual follower, and in order to foster the supportive relationships, transformational leaders they keep lines of communication open, as I said, and so that the followers they feel free to share their ideas, so that the leaders can they can even offer the recognition of each follower's unique contributions. Next is the intellectual stimulation, and here the leaders, they encourage their followers to be very innovative and creative. They encourage new ideas from their followers, and they never criticize them publicly for the mistakes committed by them, and they actually never focus on what's the leaders, they actually focus on what's wrong. They focus on the problems, what's wrong in the problems, and they just do not focus on the blaming part of it. So sometimes when there is some old practice going on and that's not effective, uh, they just discard it. So they have no hesitation in discarding an old practice set by them when it is found ineffective. And the leaders not only they challenge the status quo, but they also encourage the creativity among the followers, and they encourage the followers to explore the new ways of doing things and new opportunities to learn as well. Next is the inspirational motivation, and here the leaders, they have a clear vision. They have a clear vision about that they are able to, articulate to the followers, and here the leaders, they have a kind of appealing and inspiring vision that they articulate to the followers. And here the leaders with inspirational motivation, they challenge the followers to leave their comfort zones, communicate optimism about the future goals, and provide the meaning for the task at hand. And the purpose and meaning provides synergy that drives group forward, and the followers, they are just willing to invest more and more efforts in their tasks as they are encouraged, as they are optimistic about the future, and they believe in their abilities as well. So this was an inspirational motivation, and here the leaders, we can say that they also help the followers to experience the same passion, same motivation to fulfill these goals. Next is the idealized influence, and here the transformational leaders, they serve as the role models for the followers, and because this is the reason behind this is that they just, their followers, they trust and respect the leaders. Like when there is trust, when there is a respect among the leaders and the followers, then the followers, they just emulate the leader and internalize their ideals. So, but if the leader gives, respect, if the leader encourages others to be better or the followers to be better, then those influenced followers, they will go to other people and they just repeat the positive behavior that they have gained from their leaders, and, passing on these leadership qualities for other followers to learn. So this will, earn the leader more respect and admiration. So this is all about the transformational theory of leadership and its elements. So I'll see you tomorrow again, and tomorrow we'll discuss in another theory of leadership, that is in transactional leadership. So till then, take care and stay safe.